Cause I'm on an iPad. I'm traveling. All right, go ahead. You can go ahead and start, Brad.
All right. Well, first of all, good evening. I'm glad to hear so many of our friends and family have gotten back home safely. And those who couldn't be with us this weekend, we're going to make it up to you in some short, little small way tonight. I'm excited about tonight's Zoom and got to know this young lady a couple of weeks ago, went into her home and then got to meet her again this weekend. Just hold on. But before we get there, I'm going to introduce my co-host, because we're partner.co. And I want you to relax tonight. Listen, just take some notes. There's no pressure here. Nobody's going to ask you for your money or your zip code or anything else. We just want you to learn tonight of what we're doing here. And I think you're going to see a tremendous value in one or two ways. Whatever you do, thank the person who invited you tonight because they thought enough of your health and potentially your income as well to invite you tonight. But wouldn't be a great call tonight if we didn't have Ashley joining us tonight all the way from Texas. I never know where she's going to be. Ashley Rowland and her husband, Todd, are leading the international expansion of this company in 58 different nations. They are leading the world here. I believe they finished up last year, number 3 in the world. But here's what's more important. Not only did they have a big, major heart, but they love helping people and they know 100% about this company and what's happening. So I can't think of a better person to lead this show tonight than Ashley Rowland. Welcome to the Zoom, girl. Get after it.
Thank you, Fred. I love our Monday night calls together with you, partnering up with you like this. So like Fred said, if you're new here tonight, taking a look at this for the very first time, just relax. And just know that what you're about to see, you've got 2 things, if you choose, that you could take away here. One being your health, and putting something, changing your health to whatever degree you choose for it to change to, and or your finances. For me and my husband, it was our finances. I had my dream job of being a stay-at-home mom. That's all I ever wanted to do when I grew up. And I was getting to live out my dream job. And my husband had his dream job of being a high school football coach. And although we both had our dream job, it wasn't necessarily giving us our dream life. We woke up at 30-something years old with 3 kids at the time, living less than really paycheck to paycheck. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, but I don't recommend it. It's not fun. And, I can just tell you that we had done everything right. And we never saw an end in sight. So we got shown what you're about to see, like you going right through life. And so we got started on a very part-time basis, but over time, it walked us right into a full-time income. We worked very hard, but we already worked hard, right? I mean, we worked very hard in his coaching career. But what I can tell you here, what you're about to see is you get to create whatever you choose financially, you choose for yourself and your family. So the name of the company is partner.co. We are a global company. We're in over 50 countries around the world. But this is what makes us really unique and different from any other company out there, is that we're partnered with doctors from all around the world. So all of our products are doctor created, but backed by science. And the one thing that all of our doctors have in common is a no compromise philosophy. But what does that mean for you and I? What it means is that all of our products come at clinical doses. So they're not just fairy dusted with the ingredients like the products that you go buy off the shelf. And that we have 0 negative ingredients in our products. So we have over 100 products. We've got anything from clean energy drinks, liquid superfoods, nutritional supplements, balancing hormones and weight loss, athletic performance, you name it, we have it. We just sit right in the middle of 7 different multi-billion-dollar industries out there. I don't know about you, but I was already buying 1, 2, or 3 different products in any of these different industries. The problem is although I was getting them and I was getting very little results from those products that I was buying off the shelves or ordering from a store online. Now I just redirect my spending through myself, get great quality products, but really what really matters is I get real results, because at the end of the day, right, that's what really matters. So out of 100 products, we're just going to talk about this one, and it's called Slenderize, or Body Balancing Drops, Skinny Drops, Happy Drops, Magic Drops. We got a lot of nicknames for these drops. but so they obviously work. And what it is they were actually created by two doctors out in California. They were created to balance hormones. So what they did was ran a clinical study. 9,000 patients went through this clinical study, men and women, because yes, men have hormones too. And at the end of the clinical study, what they found that everybody had in common as a side effect was weight loss. Yes, balancing hormones, side effect, weight loss. Who wouldn't want that, right? And so it's really easy. It's 2 bottles in a box. The first bottle is Slender X. It's a clear liquid. It's a blend of over 10 different plant leaf extracts. You're going to put it underneath your tongue 3 times a day. And what it's going to do is help balance your thyroid. It's going to support the thyroid. So it's going to help it get back in balance, whether high or low. It's going to help balance out your pancreas, and it's going to help detox the body. The second bottle, it's called Accelerate. You're going to do it twice a day underneath your tongue. And it's got your pure form of B12. It's got your biotin in there. It's got your rhodiola, your rosehip, and your ashwagandha root. So now we're increasing our energy, increasing our metabolism, but hey, we're also boosting our mood, but also stabilizing out our cortisol levels as we get bombarded with stress like we do all day long. And that's a really key component into the other hormones that will help keep those balanced out as well. So listen, we're not a diet. We're not a fad. We're not counting calories. We're not starving you. This isn't a one size fits all kind of program. This is you're going to get an approved food list here, and then just eat from the approved food list when you're hungry, and then take the drops. They only work if they get in your body. They do not work if they're sitting in the bottle. And it really is that easy. But here at the end of the day, what I'm about to show you, what really, really matters here is real people getting real results. And so we've got Miss Susan. She is with us here tonight. I'm going to actually have her share her testimonial here. She has got 4 babies, 4 boys. So she's a boy mom. Susan, are you with us?
I'm here, Ashley. Thanks for having me.
If you don't mind, just share your journey with the drops.
Absolutely. After my 3rd baby, I had trouble getting the weight off, and I took the drops and lost 48 pounds in 3 months. And I've been able to keep it off for 9 years. So that's the more exciting thing to me, because I had done so many things that helped me lose weight, but then I quickly found it as soon as I stopped. So this really reset the metabolism, taught me a lifestyle I can maintain, and it's just amazing to feel fabulous and just what it's done for me.
And you look amazing. And being a boy mom, I mean, they eat you out of the house, right? I mean, and you're on the go all the time. And look, you've been able to work this into your life, and it's just a lifestyle, right?
Absolutely.
I love it. All right. So then we've got Brittany here. She's got PCOS. And, I'd never met anybody. I'd never even heard of PCOS until I met Brittany. And when I saw her, met her, and she said, I've tried it all, been on everything, doctor prescribed that, I'll take the drops, but they're not going to work for me. Those were her exact words to me. And I was like, Brittany, just take the drops. And 3 days in, her body had actually done something that had never been done in 15 years, unless it was doctor induced. And so that's when she knew that she had her hands on something. So it's been right at a year now, and she's down 106 pounds. So this is her journey, and this is just, she's starting to get her life back. Then I'm just going to start showing you different people so you can see different, all ages, all body types. I mean, Randy, 115 pounds down in 85 days. I know it's probably more than that, Randy. I can't keep up because you keep losing so fast, but it's really phenomenal what he's been able to do. Just amazing. Again, all ages, all body types. I just love seeing the different transformation. And there's so many more wins here than just the number on the scale that we really need to highlight tonight as well. From inches to sleeping better to no more hot flashes, no more night sweats. It makes a big difference. Hormonal headaches. It really does make, there's so many more wins, like I said, than just the number on the scale. Coming off antidepressants, their moods just getting better, and feeling better. Couples doing it together. So, like I said, I always would kind of like to point this Ashley and Reese out just a little bit, because as a husband and wife doing it, Ashley, her biggest win is no more night sweats, over the 15 pounds down. But Reese, who's with us here tonight as well, he will tell you that he only did the drops to prove his wife wrong, because he said they were snake oil and they don't work. And so he had to do the drops. He was set it out to prove her wrong, and he ended up losing 15 pounds down that first month. He's down now, over 55 to 60 pounds, if I'm not mistaken, but he's very analytical. So he wanted to take it a step further, because he said blood doesn't lie. So he went and got blood work done. And now, if I'm not mistaken, he'll tell you that his blood work's probably the best it's ever been, if I'm not mistaken. So I love that. Because it truly just shows you that if you follow the plan and do the drops, you really start you start getting your body back balanced, back working for you instead of against you. And that's what we wake up every single day, right? Susan, is fighting our bodies all day long. And this just resets us, get us back balanced. And then we've got Kim, who's got muscular dystrophy, cannot exercise. And her doctor actually told her she was 2 years away from being in a wheelchair. And, she'd been on it all, tried it all, like all of us. And her daughter brought home a box of drops for her. And 2 weeks in on the drops, she was down 12 pounds, and over 8.5 months lost 92 pounds. But this is the most important, like Susan said, she's been able to maintain and keep her weight off. Kim's right there. She's been 4.5 years now, and she's been able to maintain that weight. It's her journey, right? And so that's her on the back of a four-wheeler of her grandson a year ago. She could have never done that 4 years ago. So she's really regained her life back as well, and getting on this journey. So that's what we get to do. We get to be a part of that, get to be a part of people's journey and their health journey here. So now I'm going to kind of switch gears just for a minute. So we talked on the health side, but now, to the business side for a minute. Over the last couple of years, what's happened on a global scale has really created this real perfect storm out there. And it's really merged four markets together. One being that health and wellness industry. One, I would say that everybody is way more aware of their health today than what they were a couple of years ago. And then that, the technology, who would have ever thought that this little gadget would really shrink the world down on a global scale as it has, right? And not only that, but the masses really being able to use it. Way more people know how to Skype, FaceTime, and Zoom today than what they did a couple of years ago. And then that whole home-based business world, because everybody was sent home a couple of years ago. Now that they're home, they want to stay home, or they don't want to go back to the cubicle and punch that clock and be tied to that either. And everybody is looking to build in that extra stream of income, because it is hard out there in today's economy right now. So, everybody wants that flexibility and mobility to be able to work where they want to and when they want to. But also, what about if you could actually put your own dollar amount on what you're worth instead of somebody deciding that for you? That's what you have your hands on here. Then that last piece of the equation is that mobile transaction world. A couple of years ago, very few people had maybe one app of that mobile transaction of that Venmo world. Now they don't just have one. It's which one do you have is the question. They probably have at least 2 or 3 or maybe all 4 apps that on how to send somebody money. So it's really shrunk that, that business world from the big box stores to the mom and pop stores, now to the average everyday person like you and I, to make a retail sale so easily. And so with our company, for one-time fee of $29.95, you get a global virtual franchise. It's that easy. It's not once a month or once every 6 months. It's just a one-time fee. What do you get with that? You get a website. Because we're global, we're in over 50 plus countries. Your website is global, and you have access to all those, any of those countries that we're in, over 50. You get a back office that keeps track of everything for you. from your orders to your customers to, most importantly, if you decide to build a business, your paychecks. And two, you get an app you can download right from your phone, and you can run your whole business right from your phone if that's something that you choose. This is the easiest way to get started. It is a 4-pack of drops. You sell 3, get yours for free. And when you sell those 3, not only do you get your box for free, but it also covers the cost of your $29.95. So now you either have a free business or a membership, however you want to look at it, and a free box of drops. But I'm just going to stop right there for 1 second and say sell. I kind of do an X because, like, I'm not a salesperson. I can't sell anything, never have, never could. There's amazing salespeople out there. I'm just not one of them. But I tell you what I can do. I can share. I can share my journey here because I know I have 2 or 3 girlfriends, 4 girlfriends. We all have those same conversations, right? I am so tired all the time. I have like zero energy. Well, I can show you a way to get energy and it not be caffeine induced. How about that, right? It's all natural. I am so sick. Where did these hot flashes come from? Oh my gosh, I started those too. Well, guess what? I've got something for that, right? So I can share my journey either by word of mouth or, if you choose, on social media. You get to choose however which way you want to. If social media is your choice, we've got a simple, it is a foolproof step right out the gate to launch your business. It's an app that you'll download. It's called Boards. And once you download it, we will send you a link and it'll upload right into that. And then there's a 7-day media launch. And here's what's so great is that we will do this with you. We will help you start your 7-day media launch. And it's like less than 10 minutes and you're up and open and your business is up and running just like that. So now we're taking our drops and we're turning them into profits. And that's that kind of income that makes a difference in your household tomorrow and next week. That's life-changing money that helps pay that, light bill or that insurance, whatever that is. It's different for everybody. But here's the beauty of it. We are so much more than just selling a box of drops. We have a real business here. Our company was voted the #1 compensation plan in the industry. And with that, we actually get paid here 9 different ways within the company. One is the retail profits that we just talked about. But I don't know about you, Susan, and when you were working as a nurse, did you get paid 9 different ways?
Absolutely not.
Fred, how about you? Did you ever get paid 9 different ways?
Well, as an old bricklayer, we prayed our check would just clear, much less 9 different ways of getting paid. My goodness.
Right? I know. And when Todd was coaching football, he got paid one way. And when he won a state championship, he got paid one way. So here we actually get paid here 9 different ways. To get paid, it's really easy. You set up a subscribe and save. It's 100 points worth of product or $150, whichever one comes first. That unlocks, like I said, that weekly paycheck. With that comes the 30% discount within all 100 products within our company. But here's the beauty of it. There's no contract and you can change that up every month. It can be a customer if that's something that you choose for it to be. Like my daughter has a business here and she was in college. And so her grandparents were her customer that bought from her every month. So it does not necessarily have to be you, or if it is, you can turn around and retail that product if that's something that you choose. Like I said, there's a lot of options here in this area. But one of my favorite ways to get paid is our savings bonus program. When you hit a certain area amount in one of our areas that you get paid, it unlocks what we call the savings bonus. And what that does is the company sets aside 15% of company money into an account with your name on it. When it hits $10,000, they call you up, congratulate you, and they direct deposit that following Friday. So a lot of companies in this industry have what's called a CAR program. So we're not about putting you in debt. We're about getting you out of debt, giving you options in life. And that's what I love here. And so once that happens and you get that $10,000 direct deposit into your account, after that, instead of getting paid here once a week, 4 times a month, you get an extra check. So you get paid here 5 times a month. It's an amazing thing. So that could be your car note, that could be your house note, that could be your kids' college education. It's your choice, whatever you decide to do with it. So now on top of, now that you get to get your health back, you get to go out and build in an extra stream of income. You get a savings account. There's so many bonuses here, and I can't pick one that's just my favorite. Now if anybody likes to travel, now we've got free trips. So one is to Tahiti that comes up, and it's a global trip. And then after that, we also have one to the Bahamas. And so we do 2 trips a year. Our company gives away, or you earn free trips, 2 of them a year. So I just kind of want to bring up our guests. So, this industry, this company within this industry really is just everyday people that just want something different. And all they're looking for, they already work hard in life, right? But they're just sick and tired of never being able to get ahead. And all they're looking for is that vehicle. And this is Susan. This was her vehicle that absolutely just changed her life. And so, Susan, do you mind sharing just when this industry found you, where were you and what were you doing in life?
Absolutely. I was a new mom. I was praying for something to help us financially. I had read the scripture that said, ask and ye shall receive, knock and the door shall be open, seek and ye shall find. So I was looking, but I was only looking at registered nursing jobs because that's what I went to school for. That was my degree. And I was introduced to this type of business, and it's absolutely changed my life. It's been personal development with a pay plan. I met the best people in the entire world. It gave us options that we would have never had, and allowed me to be a mom to my kids and go eat lunches with them and be at their ball games and just be present in their life. And our phones are with us everywhere. So this business can go anywhere with you. So it's just incredible. And to be able to do it from home or anywhere. I mean, we were in Florida this weekend, and it's just, I met the best people in the world. Just been such a blessing. And to help people's health. I mean, people will work their whole life to make money and then spend it all in sickness. So just to see people get healthy and feel better, that's what life's all about.
It really is. Fred, you want to come in and ask? I know you've got some amazing questions for our special guest tonight.
First of all, she is so impressive. Let me ask a question. It seems to me I've heard you say before that you were on pregnancy leave from work, and then your employer said, you're coming back no matter what, or you couldn't have more time off. And it seems to me that's what really triggered you. Am I missing something there? And if that's the experience, tell me what kind of was going on in your mind and your heart.
My new baby was sick. He had 102 fever, and I asked to take him to the doctor because I am a nurse, and my husband was scared to death we had a new baby, and that wasn't something we were used to. And she said, no, you don't have any days. And so I turned in my notice at that moment, and I was like, I don't care where I live, I don't care what we drive, but I've always wanted to be a mom, and this is not it. So it was just being owned by somebody else and told what I could and couldn't do, and working holidays, and just it wasn't what I signed up for. But I quickly realized that I needed an income too. So 3 months without a paycheck, I was introduced to this type of business, and it's just been a blessing, such a blessing. And when I was shown the opportunity, I was like, oh my goodness, it doesn't matter our last name, it doesn't matter our background, you don't need a fancy degree, you just have to have a heart to go help other people. And that's why we're here anyway, is to help each other. So it's just been incredible.
Another quick question. Now, I know you've built a team all over the United States of America and internationally as well. In a day's time, though, on an average person who's already got a job, do you really believe somebody can do this who's still working right now?
Absolutely. I got a friend, she works full-time as a nurse, and she called me today and she says, Susan, do you realize in the last 24 hours, I made $820 in 24 hours. It's just so, and she wants to be a Mimi to her her grandson. So she said, that's my goal, that's my why. And the funny thing is, by doing that, she has been able to help other people get healthy. So she's inspiring people and helping them with us drops, body balance and drops to feel better. So she's doing her work and service here on this earth as well. So it's just so rewarding. I know Shannon's on this call. She said, I paid $7,000 off on my truck in the past few months since I started working with you. And just seeing people win, she's a single mom, her kids are grown now, but just to see people win that I care about, it's just so exciting. And yeah, they put the effort in, but the reward comes after the effort. And I mean, you can work it into your life.
One last question, and I'm sure our other leadership has a question or two, but you know, a lot of people maybe think, well, this is all wonderful for you, Susan. You probably got in a long time ago. Is there really today's timing, which I think is better than ever, but what do you think about now? Because it looks like the world has been conspiring to do this company good. I can't imagine. What do you think about the timing with the tools that we currently have in this market that you didn't have when you got started?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible that we can do this from the cell phone and the power of social media and just the power of word of mouth. And people are shopping more and more online, and we can sit in the middle of $1 billion industry where money's already being exchanged. It may as well be exchanged for something that works and helps people feel their best. It's just so exciting. And I've never seen anything like it.
Ashley, is anyone else going to be interviewing, or do you want to come?
Yeah, just you and I. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Before we close it, I want to ask you one question, and then Ashley will close us out with you. For that person who's on their knees right now, been praying, and their baby's scared, can you give them some reassurance? They're in business for themselves, but not there by themselves. And what would you recommend them to do after tonight's call?
Absolutely. I know I didn't want to, if you would have asked me to be on this call when I first started, my husband's told me I didn't even talk to people at church. I didn't know anything of business. And he was exactly right. I was shy and quiet. And quite honestly, the world had beat me down along with all my confidence. And what I learned when I got here is I was like, I just have to be a great inviter, and I can do that. I care about people. Who do I know that wants a better life? And the funny thing is, some people that wanted a better life weren't willing to do anything different. And the people that had a great life, they just took it as the best opportunity in the world. So just don't prejudge. If you've been praying, I mean, thank whoever invited you here, hug them, kiss them. No, you don't have to kiss them, but really, because somebody cared enough about me, and it was a family member to show me this, and it's just totally transformed not only my health but finances by helping other people. The only way to make money here is to go help other people get what they want. You know, they say money isn't important. I know Zig Ziglar, but it kind of ranks up there with oxygen. If you try to live without it, it's pretty difficult. So it's just amazing what we have here.
Well, I appreciate you more. You're one of my heroes in this industry, and I'm going to turn over the great. Thank you for giving up your time. You could be with your family doing anything, but you chose to be here tonight to help the hundreds that are on this Zoom tonight. And I appreciate you more. And, you know, back to you, Ashley.
No, I thank you, Fred and Susan. I think you know, just like all of us, we don't grow up to do this, right? And this kind of just found you. And when it found you with wanting something better in life and something different. And you just put your work ethic into this industry, into this company, and it absolutely has allowed you to be that stay-at-home mom and raise your 4 boys and be able to travel and do everything that you wanted to do. And so doesn't get any better than that, right? Give you options in life. And that's all we're here to do. We're just that vehicle to get you what options you want in life. And so get back with the person that invited you. Thank you so much for your time tonight, and look forward to partnering up with you. Everyone have a great night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you, Susan.